Hey guys, it's Cassie and welcome to 2023. As usual, you know me, I keep my ear to the ground, okay? I like to know what's going on within the world of luxury fashion, paired with my clairvoyant skills, which may or may not exist. Today I have some predictions for you about fashion in 2023. What we're going to be seeing more of, what do we need to prepare ourselves for, what do I predict is going to happen. If there are any specific items in today's video, the links to those will be below or on the shopping prompt on the screen. Okay, starting off with prediction number one, casual chunky shoes. Almost even in a bit of a cartoony way. I will get back to what I mean about this. I feel like we saw this a lot, specifically within sneakers and trainers a few years ago. If we look at something like the Louis Vuitton Archlights or the Versace Chain Reaction sneakers, we saw a lot of these sort of ugly sneakers coming into the forefront. Then, I would say the last couple of years we really scaled back, okay? And it was about those minimalistic sort of trainer styles, a little bit more of an Air Force One style. We are hefting it up for 2023 with chunky nuggets of shoes. And this is across shoe styles as well. So whereas a couple of years ago we were seeing these, namely with sneakers, we're seeing these across a variety of shoes. But sticking to the sneakers, I don't know how you feel about this. I don't know how I feel about this. Skate shoes. Mainly with menswear at the moment, but I can definitely see a movement into, we're going to be seeing this more in women's wear too. Dior men's ERL collaboration. All of the shoes were these skate shoes. We are wide, we are a thick tongue. Oh, it had some of the Dior canage sort of like airbrushed onto there. Ooh, puff, much of that. Louis Vuitton skate shoe. Aptly named, very Etnies-esque. Oh my gosh, yes, she knows the odd skate term. Why? Because she used to fancy some boys that did some skating when she was 11, okay? And those terminologies are stuck in my mind. Even Valentino is now doing a little bit more of this wider, chunkier, skater-like shoe. Skate shoes, Amiri is doing their, I think they're called the M1 shoe for men and women. The women come in a pink or like a beige. I predict we'll be seeing more of this. I'm still kind of struggling around how I would style these because oddly enough I am intrigued. I don't know if you're horrified by that. I'm a little bit horrified by that, truly. How would I style this? I don't know. I'm still working out the tweaks in my mind before I commit to one. I predict that we're going to be seeing way more of these. Sticking with the chunk, Fendi Spring Summer 2023, we saw these, oh, Jeepers Scooby, where are the Scooby snacks? Very Daphne, knee-high boots, in a sort of, you know, patentish looking, it was that chunk of a wedge, you know, it sort of overshoots the normal proportions of a wedge. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? They look foamy, they look great to walk in. I have no idea if they're comfortable or not. I'm willing to be that guinea pig for us though. This is what I mean by cartoony. It's very sort of fun and Cartoon Network-esque. Another way we are seeing chunk in our sort of casual shoes is in clogs. Okay, you know how I feel about clogs. I try not to feel anything about them, and yet I still feel horrendous inside. Fendi 25th anniversary baguette collection, all the shoes with clogs. Just a dagger in the heart. It's a different sort of chunk, but you know what I mean. It's sort of a little bit on the more cumbersome side. Etro, again, theirs sort of looked like they had hacked off the heels of some mythical creature in the woods. You know, it had a sort of horn. I don't know what was going on there, but they're doing it, and don't be surprised if you see more clogs. But I think the word for casual shoes 2023 is going to be chunk. Guys, if you are new here, my name is Cassie and I'm a self-diagnosed luxury addict. I put out videos on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, so if you like luxury fashion, then you're going to love it here. So head down there, subscribe, turn on the bell, become a member of our luxury addicted family. When are we going to rehab? Never. Prediction number 2, hold on to your clutches. Now, I did a video, I don't know, maybe a month ago, something like that. Biggest bag trends of 2023. And as I was researching it, and actually as I was filming it, I twigged that I was like, hold on a second. An underlying trend that weaves through all of these trends are clutches. A little handheld moment. Even bags that aren't necessarily clutches being held as clutches. in a, you know, from a styling point of view. And I am somebody who always put clutches in evening, gala dinner, floor length dress, wedding guest vibe. That's a me problem. I'd pigeonholed that. And I think that more and more over the last few years, I'm going to say spearheaded by Bottega's pouch, I have definitely started to see them more in a casual way. I mean, are they the most practical bag? You know, it's not a hands-free moment, unless it's an under the pit sort of thing. But even still, it's like, you're going to get a cramp in this area. You know what I mean? It's a bit of a commitment to go out with a clutch. But I think I personally am widening my horizons for like, oh, situations I might do a clutchy vibe. Then we're seeing them in these sort of relaxed ways as well. Kate, down the runway, we saw like a faux fur little, I don't even know how that thing opens, right? Because we didn't get any detailed shots Vogue runway, but that's be for another day. You know, just sort of smushed, just like a grab and go. Stella McCartney down the runway, we saw a clutch version of the Falabella, all in crystals. The Fendi First actually is a really great example of this, and the Bulgari Serpenti, where they have made a clutch with the ability to have crossbody straps, so you can easily integrate this more into your life. It's not just a this is an evening bag moment. I think my prediction is that we'll be seeing more of that. More clutches worn casually and more clutches coming with the ability to add some sort of strap, but it still looks like a clutch. Are you with me? I don't know if I'm making any sense here, but I hope that you're with me. Prediction number 3, the Schiaparelli obsession continues. Well, right, Daniel Roseberry for Schiaparelli. Do you want to know what? His name is apt. Roseberry. 2 very sweet, glorious things, because he has done sweet, glorious things to the brand. So, he took over in 2019. Perfect man for the job. Stunning, glorious, bringing couture into ready to wear. And the thing is that with Schiaparelli there is such a fine line. This year really is the first year that I've been able to see Schiaparelli in person, because they have it at Bergdorf, right? And it's almost like, how can this not be couture with the way that things are made and like so intricately done and all of that, that it does ride this very fine line between ready to wear and couture. My gosh, do they have the prices to accompany? But I think that we will see much more of Schiaparelli, not only on the red carpets, but case in point, there were a few Schiaparelli looks in season 3 of Emily in Paris. Should I be ashamed that I watched that show? Yes. Am I? Absolutely not. Schiaparelli's never on Emily though, is it? Anyway, one thing though about Schiaparelli that I think sort of limits how much we see it is the fact that it's not really widely available in stores. So you've got it at Bergdorf. They launched in 2021 actually, and then this year they launched in Neiman Marcus in Dallas towards the end of last year. So, and I know that they've been in some Dover Street Market pop-ups all over the world, but I hope to see, prediction/hope, of more Schiaparelli in stores worldwide so that people can really see the beauty behind these pieces. We will definitely be seeing more, even in terms of accessories like the bags. If it's in more stores and things, then I think, oh my gosh, it's simply a matter of time. Novelty is king. I think that we will be seeing all the weird and wonderful this year across product categories. Bags, shoes, ready-to-wear accessories, weird earrings, weird necklaces. Ever since lockdown ended, right? Think of the amount of like sparkle and crystal and all of that that's been on the runway. And there's a part of fashion that is, obviously you're going to have the more practical side of fashion, but also this part that's like fun and unapologetic, and it doesn't have to be practical. And I think this is what we'll be seeing a lot this year. Case in point, J.W. Anderson Pigeon Clutch. She's going to be on, and just like that, season 2. Carries around, carrying this little, you know, pigeon that you open its wing, and it's got a little hole for you to put your belongings. It's weird. Is it wonderful? That's a question for another day, but this is what I'm talking about. I really think that J.W. Anderson, especially for more like commercial fashion, which is what we talk about, he is the one spearheading this for his own brand and for Loewe. I've talked about Loewe so much about their Spring Summer 2023, but just to reiterate, Novelty galore, right? The little flowers on the breastises. We've already sort of seen it with the balloon shoes. They've got a pair of shoes that are full of empty balloons. I don't know. The shoes that have the monstera leaf coming up we are going to be seeing so much Loewe. And again, and the whole crux of this collection is the novelty aspect. Even novelty in more subtle ways. Christopher Esper, very much a kind of like trending, newish brand. Piercing details on dresses. You know, just like little things like that that are out of the ordinary. They're a little bit like, oh, interesting and a bit weird and wow. I say weird in a good way. And with novelty, I like the fact that there's levels of it because you can either dip your toe in or you can drown in that novelty, my love. I think there will be a huge shift towards much more focus on new and emerging designers. I think that there has sort of been this feeling that a lot of these heritage luxury brands aren't doing anything out of the ordinary. We see the same kind of styles, the same kind of bags especially. So I think there's a level of maybe like boredom or fatigue with the heritage luxury brands that people want something different and interesting. Maybe also ties into that novelty aspect. And then also let's not forget the pricing, right? All of these big brands have had so many price increases that people are looking elsewhere. And I think those two, I'm sure that there's more sort of factors into this, but those two really plug into people widening their horizon, seeing who's new, what's different, what's interesting. And I do have a few examples for you. Charlotte Knowles, she does a lot of, I don't even know how to describe it. It's sort of very feminine, layered, deconstructed pieces, mainly known for her two-piece, like little sort of crisscross top and like a flared legging sort of vibe. She also does bags now that are in like a distressed denim, very Y2K vibes. You've got a brand like Wayron, I think I'm pronouncing that right, which is very sort of futuristic dystopian, which has these like molten details. You know, things like this that we're not seeing so much on those really big heritage brands. I think my favourite at the moment is Bent Kahina. Very futuristic, very Mugler-ish, very sort of like sexy alien vibe. I don't know, but I'm into it. And I definitely think that there'll be much more of a focus this year on the smaller, more emerging designers. Bling is back. Okay. So I had to do a little bit of research on this because I was living my very best, like, between the ages of 10 to 15-year-old life, and I wasn't really paying attention at the time. Bling is the era after Y2K, between 2023 and 2028, which is all the Y2K things that you know, the low-rise jeans, but we are now talking, it's the juicy tracksuit, it's the crystal, you know, flip phone, and sodding Nokia Sidekick, which I wanted so badly as a child and they never released it in the UK. Imagine the more glam, hyped up version of Y2K, slogan tees, crystals on tees. We're seeing some of this already come through now. I think we're going to be seeing much more of it this year. Tech also was a very big part of this era, like I said, crystal flip phones. And I think that we'll be seeing this in a different way this year, and we're starting to see it with, like I said, those sort of futuristic elements, mask shield glasses. I'm ready with my Rick Owens mask shades, thank you very much. Even if we look at, recently there was a little bit of fashion news about an AI that had designed a pair of Nike shoes that were like floral and laser cut and whatever. I think we're going to be seeing so much more of that, which fits into this whole trend this year. AI designed shoes and alien-y, futuristic-y vibes. Even Galaxy, like Galaxy print, which we saw a lot on the latest men's Dior Galaxy print. I know, very Tumblr-esque, but we're back there. Those are my predictions. Let me know what you think of my predictions. I'm going to leave a link to another video over here in case you haven't already seen it. Have an amazing morning, afternoon, or evening wherever you are. And in the words of my father,
if you've enjoyed it, tell your friends. If you haven't, keep your mouth shut.
I'll see you in my next video. Mwah. Bye, guys.